The death of Levy. Wait, what?
What?
I didn't bring a second character.
I'm joking. It's scripted. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
Okay, that's cool.
Hey, Pod, get off your idle champion.
Are you giving me a new character so
My
that
what?
I can play?
Get off
Oh, it's just
idle
up on my
champion.
I haven't been watching it all day. That's the best part. It's idle. I can every so often look up. It's like a screensaver.
What are you watching?
It's on I guess not even a game. Idle Champions. So you
Mm.
start it, and every so often you can interact with it, but otherwise it's kind of like just a screensaver.
I mean, kind of like one of those clicker games.
Yeah, only I don't
OG
click.
cookie clicker.
Dude, I love cookie clicker. I'm all about my cookie clicker.
Idle Champion's been nice for when my girlfriend and I are sitting bored, and it's like, yeah, we'll fiddle with this for a few minutes.
Rachel and I just started playing Stardew together because they finally put the 1.5 update on Switch, so we can play local co-op.
Maybe
Oh,
get
nice.
it soon.
That'd be
Oh,
awesome.
what
Stardew
game?
Valley.
Oh, snap. Okay.
All right, do we need to do a sound check?
Probably.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Let me.
None of us are named Mike.
That concludes the mic check.
That's it. We're done.
This guy's got the jokes.
I got the
Good night,
jokes and the
folks.
funny man.
Good night, folks. I'm going to sleep.
Oh, why is it telling me that was a recent broadcast? Let me see. Oh, there we go. Watch now. All right. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. I just noticed you changed your name, Levy.
What is it?
It's Levy's Rimzaran code. All right. APOC talk.
Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Okay, Turtle talk.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Okay, Cody.
Testing 1 2 3.
Do it again.
Testing 1 2 3.
I don't think I'm hearing you on the stream.
I'm
Hold on.
hearing him on stream. It's a little louder than the others.
Okay. And then 0.
Testing 1 2 3.
Can maybe turn 0 up a teensy bit.
Mhm.
But other than that, we should be good. And then maybe turn Cody down a teensy bit.
I'm so booming.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, I wanted to warn
Figure
you.
out how to up my
We've been-
audio.
We've been watching Game of Thrones, so I'm gonna just start killing
I'm
people.
sorry.
Who's gonna be in the sex scenes?
Wait, I just got back, and what was that?
I said
Didn't you know there's a Levy Steel Scar sex scene coming up? I've been prepping for it for months.
Got it. I wonder. I wonder. I
You'll
wonder
get to
how
use your code names more.
I wonder how Casimir's gonna feel about that one.
He's gonna be okay with it.
no. I said my wife and I have been watching Game of Thrones, so I'm just gonna start killing off characters now.
All right, let's try this. How's my mic sound now? I upped it by like 2 decibels.
Let me.
Talk again. I had it muted.
Hello. This is my mic test. 1 2 3.
Maybe a little more. You're still kind of quiet on the stream to me.
Okay. This should be better, hopefully. Testing 1 2 3.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
think so.
All right, cool. I think we're good. All right. Welcome, everybody, to episode 39 of Adventure with Advantage. Thank you for stopping by and joining us. So let's get started. Previously, the party arrived in Redbrook, hoping to investigate an abandoned Astral Order enclave located in the Stonefire Flats. The party stayed at the Bloodborne Castle and caught up with the Monteveres, as well as caught up on what had happened after they had left. The next day, they set off for the Stonefire Flats and quickly dealt with some lava worms that attacked them. They then arrived at the Scalding Lake, There, Elamir called on his planar training and was able to find a portal just beneath the surface of the boiling water. The party entered the portal and found themselves underground in what appeared to be an abandoned dwarven structure. They navigated some portals and solved a puzzle that opened the door to the Enclave. Once inside, they were greeted by a devil named Belgira, who ordered the party to leave. When they refused, Belgira summoned his minions and attacked. It was a challenging fight, but the party was able to defeat the devils. As Belgira died, it claimed that its master's plans could not be stopped. The party then investigated the Enclave, where Elamir found a box that only he could touch. He opened it and found a letter from his mother to the Enclave head, from his mother, who is the Grand Huntress of the Astral Order, talking about a figure known only as the Harbinger. The party decided to stay in the Enclave to get some rest before heading back to Bloodthorn Castle. So that is where we will pick up. Sorry, I'm going to fix my my mic, or my music's a little loud. Turn it down. So you guys took a rest here in the Enclave. I believe Levy threw up his little magical hut. You guys taking a long rest. Is there anything you guys want to do before you rest, after you rest? Just let me know.
Loot absolutely everything that's not nailed down.
Oh, I thought you meant like your loot. Your
Loot,
musical.
loot the place.
I'm just gonna constantly.
So you're just checking everything out.
Yeah.
I want to help with that too.
And then actually, could I?
I believe I
there's
gave
some
you.
things for you to identify if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah, I
like to
believe I
ritually
gave you some stuff.
cast detect magic in here.
Detect magic in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just walking around. Bam, bam.
Mm-hmm.
What does it do again? It just tells you like the direction of stuff.
It tells me what it is, and like where it is and what school it's from.
Okay. So you walk
Can
around.
See a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears faint magic.
Okay.
All of
So
us?
I did at the end of the last session. I basically gave you you guys did a search,
Yeah.
and I gave you what
Got
you
it.
found. So that's pretty much all you guys found. For the most part, this enclave seems to have been cleaned out, abandoned. As you're walking around detecting magic, the only spot you really detect the magic is the little chest thing that Elamir had opened up.
Okay.
And you can detect that. I'd have to look at it's like planar magic. I have to look at what the let me look at a teleportation spell real quick, see what it is.
Transfiguration, maybe? No.
It's
It'd be conjuration.
abjuration.
Abjuration.
Oh.
Wonderful. Okay. Cool. Well then, I will pull out my little pearl and start casting Identify on the magic stuffs.
Okay. Sorry, Han, I lied. I looked at magic circle, not teleportation circle. It is conjuration. There you go.
So there was a metallic cylinder, an arrow,
Mhm.
and a vial.
Okay. Hold on, let me look up my notes. So which one are you doing first?
I'm gonna do the small metallic cylinder.
Okay. You do that. You do not detect any magic,
Hmm.
or you don't detect anything. It seems to be a mundane object.
Okay.
What do you want to do next?
Arrow.
Arrow. Where did I put that? It seems to be an arrow of fiend slaying.
Oh,
Hmm.
cool. This is an arrow of fiend slaying. It slays the fiends.
And then the
Oh, you like
potion,
that.
the
Small
the
vial.
thingy,
Yeah.
vial. Can you do that for potions? I guess they're magical.
If it's a magic item or some sort of other magic imbued object.
Does it work on potions? I believe it works on potions. I don't know why I'm questioning.
I don't know. You're the
Maybe-
DM.
Yeah, well, let me just look real quick. I think I've usually let you do it, but I'm actually not questioning. Is it actually magical, or does it just contain magical?
Yeah, I always forget.
Oh, it says tiny taste is all you need for potions.
So whoever has poison resist.
take a quick swig.
Take a little sip. Tastes like anthrax.
I'm gonna say no right now. You can't detect it. I know I might have let you do that past, but as I'm actually thinking about it, I don't know the potions necessarily.
Magical
You know, like-
version? Okay. I mean, it's fine. We can find out
Yeah.
some other way of figuring out what it is.
I'm gonna look at it, but for right now, I'm gonna say no. Obviously, you detect that there's something in this, but you
Mhm.
can't really see exactly what it is.
Okay. And then, can I take a closer look at the small metallic cylinder? See what the hell this is? Like, is it like some kind of thing that looks like it's a mechanism? Does it open up?
Say you grab it, kind of like look it over. It doesn't open up. It seems to be like welded shut or something like that, like connected together.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're not. It just. You're not exactly certain what it is. It kind of baffles you as to what exactly it is. Honestly, you're
somebody's-
surprised you even took notice of it. It seemed kind of just mundane sitting there.
Well-
Somebody had said something about poison, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do have resistance to poison if we need to try anything out.
You want to try this small little vial? And see
Congratulations,
what it does?
you've been
Yeah,
promoted to potion tester.
Taste it.
Because of the belt of dwarven kind, I have advantage against on saving throws against poison and resistance to poison damage.
That's
So,
pretty good.
if I'll take that little vial and I'll try it, see what happens. Like taste it.
Okay.
You know, like
Yeah.
when you dip your pinky
Yeah, like
into
your
it.
pinky in.
Yeah,
um,
I want to do that.
Just,
Yes, like I'm reading the rules here. Apparently, it just says like potions are an exception. A little taste is enough to tell the taster what the potion does. It's interesting. You taste it and you're like, oh, I know this will give me fire breath.
Really? Okay.
No, so you taste it, and you feel that this potion would allow you to turn invisible.
I let the group know that.
You just down it and run.
I down it and run.
He's
I
gone.
down it, take all the equipment, and just book it out of there.
Someone other than me should probably hold on to it because I have 2 ways of making things invisible.
I think having Steel Star carry it would be freaking hilarious.
One of you clunky boys. I already have good stealth.
I just want to see the look on something's face when an invisible Steel Scar just rams into them like a freight train.
I would do. I'll hold on to it. So let me add that. It's a potion of invisibility, I guess.
You had to test it, so it's only fair.
Yeah.
I could have
Potion of instant
real
death.
bad.
You
gosh.
die. The moment you taste a tiny sip, you die.
Potion of peaceful passing.
So it's just one potion of invisibility, right?
Yeah.
All right. I added that. Wow, that's a very rare item.
Yeah.
So I have that. I'll see what happens.
Is there anything else that we want to do here, or should we head back?
I'm ready to get the heck out.
What else did I tell you, Cody, that you had found? Did I tell you found a book?
Planes of Existence.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking through my inventory. I still have a holy water flask. I have 2 of them. Two of them.
You could have used
everybody too.
I know. I just saw it right now in my inventory.
I keep forgetting because I think I used mine.
I
used
could have
one
used
at
that.
one
I
point.
could have used it this last fight.
Is this like
Yep.
Witcher 3 where you can coat your blade in holy water and then it you get extra radiant damage or holy damage or something against them?
It does extra damage to fiends, I think.
It does.
Shit. Okay.
Fiends and undead.
Wait,
Hell yeah.
you're a paladin. Can you bless us holy water? Can you just bless some water and turn it into holy water?
I can make holy water. Yes.
Wonderful.
But it costs money.
How much money?
I think it's here. I'll look it up.
We're having this discussion
we-
as a group. As I'm pulling out everything that I own in my.
Maybe this is as we're traveling back, we're having this conversation.
You can start
Yes.
your pillow company and your holy
Yeah.
I
water.
touch one vial of water and cause it to become holy water. So it's perform a religious ceremony that is infused with magic. So it has to be within 10 feet of me, instantaneous. It takes 25 gold worth of powdered silver for the holy water.
How much can you sell holy water for?
I think it sells pretty much for the same amount that you cost to make it.
Oh, that's the worst.
Well, but it at least it means we can make it when we need it. So it's better than like having to go, oh shit, we found a vampire, we found a fiend, we found
Well,
something.
You got
Hike back to town.
Technically, here it says that it costs 50 GP to buy, but if you make it yourself, it's only 25 GP worth of powdered
Hey,
silver.
I got like
Okay, so
350
off.
silver pieces. How many silver pieces is... So it's just 25 silver pieces, and it's like powdered. Steel Scar, can you like punch him a bunch and like powderize him or something?
just start taking his sword and like
You just-
I
julienning
actually
over
bought a mortar and pestle.
No, the
so-
funny thing is that in my inventory, in my bag of holding, I do have a greatsword, just a plain greatsword that is not used at all. Maybe we can use that to file it down.
It's our silver
So-
file and sword.
You guys are having this conversation as you make your way back
Mhm.
out of that. Okay.
So what we're saying is we can make it rain holy water.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
When you have guests over to your
Oh
house,
my
you
gosh.
only serve holy water.
We need a holy water elemental,
Mm.
and then just have it go like hug a demon. That'd be hilarious.
Oh wow! All right, so we're what else are we what else are we inspecting besides the little
I think-
vial?
I think you've inspected everything. I think you guys were heading out of the
Mhm.
enclave.
Yep.
Okay.
Is this morning now?
Yeah. So you guys have done your resting. This is after you rested that you did all this stuff.
We have been
Awesome.
long rested.
Yes. So you guys make your way back. You're able to navigate the portals, recalling which ones you used to get where, and then you eventually take the portal that spits you back up out of the scalding lake onto its beach, and you guys are back in the Stonefire Flats, and you can start making your way back to Bloodthorn Castle from here. You can have a change of music.
We can go get our horses back.
Yeah, you make your way back, get your horses, and start heading back to.
Benevolent DM didn't make us roll a luck check for horses. Thank you.
If the horses are still there.
Yeah.
Roll a luck check. No, I'm joking. Yeah, the horses are fine. Okay, so you guys travel back to Bloodthorn Castle.
I mean, we got them from like a castle, so I would assume that they would be like well-trained horses.
You actually got them from Bloodthorn Castle. So.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
Yeah. I'd say you guys make your way back to Bloodthorn Castle. Was there anything in particular you're wanting to do when you get back there? You get back. It's. I would say it's before noon that you guys get back.
Yeah, there's nothing else. We checked out all we wanted to. Maybe bid the Monteveres, good tidings, and tell them that if they ever need us, to just send word to Eserim.
Okay. Sorry, just make sure my phone's on silent.
Unless they had something else that popped up that was pressing.
Quick! No.
Quick! The town's under attack again.
Hey, listen.
And I'm gonna make a tiny hut right in front of the door, and they're not gonna climb over this time because they can't.
Oh gosh. Okay, so you guys make your way back to Bloodthorn Castle. You kind of like wrap up your stuff.
We pick up Hector.
Pick up Hector. So as you guys make your way back, you're looking for Hector. You find him in the library levy where you've spent some time.
Mhm.
It seems that he's there with Bella, and as you talk to them, it seems that him and Bella have gotten along quite well. Actually, she's had some questions to him regarding, putting what it takes to put back together a magical item. It seems that they've just bonded over their, shared interests in magic and stuff. So they've just, enjoyed spending some time together, learning from each other.
Well, if they need it put back together, they'll know where to find them because I'm pretty sure he tells them where he's going to.
Yeah, he's going back with you guys to Eserim. As you guys kind of wrap up, getting ready to head out, Lord Montever, goes to say goodbye and just wants to say that. Let me find my notes here.
How does
I
he
just-
really feel?
He's like, before you go, I wanted to let you know something. We were able to find some communications left behind by the gnolls before they left, and it would seem that they blame their invasion of Redbrook on you. It seems they have branded you as pact slayers. So I would suggest keeping an eye out. You never may know when they seek their revenge.
Pact Slayers.
How many are left of the actual like the bigger nodes that were like in charge of the group? Because you said one of them was in charge, right? What was
The Dark Fangs.
Yeah,
There were, if I remember, there were 5, and you killed 2.
we killed 2. That's
But I
right.
think some of the other ones had died because the Monteveres had said that some of the other ones they had killed or something.
No, they only killed.
Oh.
There were other gnolls,
Oh, got
but
it.
the
None of the
leading-
leaders.
Yeah, the group that was leading them were called the Dark Fangs, and you guys killed 2 of them. You
Mhm.
killed the one that Cody or
The archer one.
Yeah, and then
And then
The
like
one in
the
that
witch doctor
cave.
one, the one with magic and the staff.
no, you didn't kill him.
There was
killed
the one
with
that we
horn.
when we saved what's his name?
Oh, it was at the yeah. It was
The fire flats or
Yeah.
whatever.
no.
It was in that cave, that fire
so
cave.
that was the one that Elamir took the bow from. So yeah,
Hmm.
and then the other one was at the chapel,
Hmm.
Yeah,
the siege. Okay, that's who it was. I was trying to remember. Like, no, it wasn't the magic one.
because I know Droka is still alive, right?
Yeah, that was the big guy that you
Fuck him.
fought with.
That's all I gotta say.
How do you
Just
really
feel
feel?
that pain every
Uh,
day.
Eventual
So
rematch.
they knew who they were. So you guys, the remaining ones were Droka. You look at their names. I forget what
I
their
know.
names were.
I have him here. Hold on. I was just on that fucking page.
Let me look real quick. Characters, Redbrook.
So we
Yeah.
have
So you killed Nagar,
Hmm.
and you killed Ragdulu.
Okay.
The ones that were remaining were Degnai, who was the leader. Droka, the one that
best at seal score,
and then Argkai.
the stealthy one.
Yes, the Silent Fang.
Got it.
So yeah, he basically gives you a warning to
So
keep an
for
eye
Steel-
out.
For Steel Scar, as we're packing everything up, I'm just gonna say goodbye. I'll just say my goodbyes to those. Because I want to say that during our little prep, as Steel Scar was previously when we were there, Steel Scar was out there training. He probably made a few friends with some of the guards training there. So Steel Scar goes, say his goodbyes.
Yeah, and you made friends with I'm like blanking on all their names. You made friend with the captain.
Captain Arnold.
Yes, Captain Arnold. So you say goodbye to her. You guys had bonded over. It seemed like you guys had a very similar fighting style. So
I'm curious as to find out who trained her, but we're probably in a rush, so I'm not gonna entertain that conversation.
you can ask a question if you'd like. I think you did ask her though.
Yeah.
I think she told you where she's from.
Oh yeah, she did tell me where she's from. I don't remember.
She's from Haramdrum, which is
Haramdrum, that's
south,
right.
Run.
in the desert, basically.
Haradrum, the
Haram.
from Diablo 2, 3.
I
Haramdrum.
hate the desert is 1S, correct?
Yes.
Yes, because desert is with 2.
Yeah, 'cause
Desert.
you want more of it. Yeah.
Ooh, look at that little
2 scoops.
way to remember it. You also find out, Elamir, that Gargar has left Redbrook. He seemed very interested in this Svenk person that you had talked about. So he actually has left and has made his way to Sailport.
All right. Hope he's cool about it.
You made him leave.
What
Crazy.
consequences will we find him safely, or will he be a corpse on the road?
I mean,
Find out next time.
He's
the other way.
He's a wizard, so probably he's okay.
Alright. Well, you guys say your goodbyes to everybody. Pack up your wagon or cart or whatever it is that Casimir is very specific about it being called.
Carriage.
Carriage.
There is a roof on this thing.
And begin your journey out of Redbrook back toward Eserim. Were you guys wanting to stop in Silver Ridge along the way or make your way straight to Eserim?
If we made her, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say probably my vote would be just continuing on. Like I don't have any reason to go back to Silver Ridge at all. So
How long is the trip from where we're at to Esram?
8 days.
We would probably stop there just to rest for a night just before our final trek, but I don't really have much to do there.
Okay.
I don't know about the rest of the guys.
I got nothing.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I would like to not go back, so that's fine.
Casimir, we found you there, so I don't know about you if you have any business there pending.
No.
No.
Went
For all
there
we know,
to
like,
get
you
the
could have,
job
like, a
done, met all
family
of
and 2
you, and
kids
left.
there.
Perfect.
He's got a family and kids there.
Oh gosh.
All right, so you
gotta
Surprise,
pick
not
you
in
up.
this game.
Yeah,
you guys.
Casimir, are you married?
Not that I know of.
So your character is not married. You say that now, but is he?
He's not.
What about to your god? Are
Unless-
you not married to your god?
Which one?
Good question.
The one who
I don't
gave
know.
you
We might
superpowers.
consider it a bit of a abusive relationship, pointing at my eyes, which are obviously no longer there. Oh shit, how do I get dressed anymore? I can't tell the colors of the clothes.
Well, I mean,
Livy, I might need your help with that.
we could we could start like putting minor enchantments on all of your clothes, so you can tell which color they are based off of like the color of the magic.
I think
Oh
they're
my
all
God,
the,
that'd
they're
be
all the
great.
same cue for him. I think
Oh,
they said
wonderful.
Yeah,
Wish.
currently the colors, everything I see is either gray or blue, black or blue. The world's a lot of bruises.
Hmm,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Okay, so you begin your journey from Red Brook, stop in Silver Ridge. It's a 4-day journey to Silver Ridge as you guys make your way through into the Rivenspire Peaks. You guys stop in Silver Ridge for the night. Stay at the Miners' Reprieve, Casimir. That is where they met. It's where you guys all met.
Remember this? This brings back memories.
Where your friend Dwarf.
Yes, it
I'm having
does.
trouble finding his name here in my notes, but that is where he works. So you guys stay there. You're able to catch up with him. Just have a night out on the road. In the morning, you guys again begin your journey out. And then I'd say take another 4 days before you're able to get to Eserim. We'll say just for lodging in Silver Ridge, we'll say cost you guys each a gold piece for the night. So take that off. 1 gold for all of you. Gotta start hitting you guys in your pockets.
I'm gonna haggle that price down.
You did. This was the haggle price.
Oh, okay.
Oh gosh. Okay, so exposition. So you guys finally get close to Eserim. As you descend the Rivenspire Peaks, you can make out a familiar and comforting sight in the distance. Eserim. You see ships traveling along the river into the city, their flags waving in the wind. You see people moving in and out of the gates of the city, some riding horses, others pulling carts, others walking along the road. Hanging on the gates, you can see the banners of Eserim, just bobbing back and forth in the wind. The blue scale above a gold laurel atop a white background. Beyond the walls, you can see the large buildings in Eserim itself. You can see in the guild district. You can see the guildmaster's abode. You can see the large temple to Marion there. As you see this in the distance, Casimir, it's been a while since you've been back to Eserim.
Okay.
But you've been here before, where you met Groggert and became an employee of the Goblin Gazette. But it's been a bit for you. And you guys continue on the path, arriving at the gates of Eserim. I would say, just think of the game, it's probably about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock as you guys roll into town.
I look
Check
at
back at
everybody.
the office first.
Yep.
I will,
I look at everybody's like,
keep them out.
guys, it's time to go get paid.
Yep.
Indeed.
I'm down with that.
I guess we will make our way towards the Goblin Gazette.
Our old map here. You guys
Wow.
see it now? Been a while.
I haven't seen this map
Casimir's
since.
never seen this.
I have not seen this map.
Yeah, this is this.
It was
I do not
made on
recognize this place.
it was made on a different program.
Hey, don't you still have that program? Or no? Because I remember
still
you zooming around and like showing us all the different houses and stuff.
I do still have it. Yes,
Yeah.
But you said it's resource consuming, isn't it?
it was resource
is.
consuming. Well, it was resource consuming, especially when I was the one streaming the
Mhm.
stream.
True.
It didn't work out too well. But you
Close
guys,
cape, right?
yes,
Very pretty.
you guys come in from up here. That's where the gates to the city are. You said you're making your way to the Goblin Gazette.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Who's got the letter from all of us? Who did he give it to? Was it me?
I think Levy, because Levy
I
was the one
had it.
Yeah, Levy. Okay.
Levy takes care of all the business.
I just assumed that if someone's handing something, it's usually to Levy.
Yeah.
Probably the one talking.
And he is the one that writes, so yeah.
Okay. So you guys, you make your way into town. You pass some people.
Yeah,
Is there,
Casper, can you still write?
Mm-hmm.
He can see. Yeah.
You can see words on
I
page.
can see words and letters and such.
Okay,
They
that's
glow.
good. That's good. I was curious about that.
Yeah, he can see letters.
My eye fatigue has surprisingly gone down while reading.
So as you guys make your way through the streets of Eserim, you hear the familiar sights or sounds of people, selling things. As you make your way into the merchant quarter, where the Goblin Gazette is, you see lots of these stands where people are selling things, people doing their shopping. Eserim is one of the largest cities in the area, the capital of one of the Kingdom of Eserim here. So you guys are in this very large city, much larger than Sailport. And so you guys make your way to the Goblin Gazette. So you enter the familiar site of the Goblin Gazette, but it looks different. It's much more busy. You see people running around the floor carrying stacks of papers. You see printing machines as they spit out papers with print on them. The floor is a flurry of activity, much more different than when you were here last. Looking up, you can see Groggard leaning over the partition that looks over the floor here where all the work's taking place. His black hair styled to the side, suspenders, white shirt, his sleeves rolled up, revealing his large, muscular arms and a cigar in his mouth. As you guys enter in, he spots you. He just kind of starts a clap as you guys enter, and kind of people start to notice and turn to look at you, and he just is like, "Everyone, welcome back our dream team."
Oh,
Hey.
hello.
Hello.
He's like, "The saviors of Silver Ridge, the rescuers of Redbrook, and the sleuths of Sailport. The fearless four, as some of us begin to call them." The people on the floor begin to clap and cheer for you guys. As you guys kind of take in the scene. And Groggard just kind of looks down at you guys like, "Boys, make your way to my office. We have a lot to discuss."
Very well.
As you see, he kind of turns back and makes his way into where his office is.
I'll follow him.
Yeah, absolutely.
even though I
Follow.
don't like
Yeah.
him.
Yep,
follow behind.
following him in.
All right, you guys climb the steps up to the second floor where you had your interviews. You see the halfling Sharon, who's sitting at her Groggard's secretary, sitting at her desk outside his office.
Hey, Sharon.
She's like, "Oh, hi. How are you boys doing? It's been so long."
Oh,
She's like, "I've heard you've been quite
great.
busy."
Oh, super busy.
Greetings.
She's like, "It's just fantastic.
Ups and downs, goods and
Love
bads.
hearing your adventures." She's like, "Groggard is in his office waiting for you. Please just make your way inside."
As I walk away, I'm just gonna turn and give her just a wink a little bit.
She's like, "Ooh." She's like, "Oh, get in there."
Hey.
So you guys, you make your step inside Groggard's office, same place where you guys interviewed with Groggard to join the Goblin Gazette. You see him standing behind his desk. He's pouring some dark liquid into some small glasses. As he sees you guys, he smiles and it's like, "Please, boys, take a seat. Like I said, we have much to discuss."
Gladly take a seat.
As you guys take a seat, he slides to each of you a small shot glass, it looks like, of some liquor, you're assuming. And he kind of raises it. He's like, "To your successes."
To our opportunity.
I raise up my shot glass as well.
All right.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
And you guys take a drink. And he's like, "So, boys, tell me. I've read the reports and the stories. Everything looks great. But how are you all doing?"
Pretty good. Okay. Little scared now and then, but you know.
He kind of looks you all over. He sees Casimir's face.
I,
Alive.
Some of us better than others.
Didn't
Like,
expect to lose my eyesight this early in life, but
I mean,
Things
if he looks
happen.
at Steel Scar, he'll notice that Steel Scar has way more scars on him now, especially because I almost died.
the massive beard.
And he had no beard because I left when I
Mhm.
had no beard, so I have a long beard.
That's right. New armor, new weapon. They're like, well, it looks like you guys have made your fair share of some good loot along your journeys. Casimir, what exactly happened to your eyes?
Well, I had a very vibrant dream, and apparently a goddess thought this was a great idea. It's not helped by complexion nor my ability to see colors. Quick question. Did I at least match my clothing today?
I would say. I mean, would you guys help him get dressed, or would you just let him look like a fool?
I would say, especially on a day like today, I would help him get dressed.
Yeah.
But if
He's
it was like a normal day going out, I might mess with him a little bit.
As we're having this conversation, jokingly around, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, boss, his eyes are like this because he fucking died
Hmm.
and came back to life as this, as you can see.
That was an entirely separate occasions.
I look at Cassian in very low voice. I'm like, I'm trying to raise your, make people believe that we did more than what we had to. We gotta sell it.
Oh. In that case, yes, I've died many a time.
Steel Scar, you've read my reports. You know what we've done.
I know what we've done. I read the reports. Just because you write a report, it doesn't mean that everything is written out.
True, very true. There's things that we can't talk about, and
And we
hopefully
shouldn't talk
downplayed the times we got our asses kicked.
oh, absolutely. No.
He's like, well, of course you can't have those. That doesn't make for a good story, does it?
It's not news for us to get our asses kicked. I mean, we get our asses kicked all the time. That's fine.
He's like, Levy, I see that you have a friend there.
Am I fluffy?
He points to Flumpy on your shoulder.
Yeah, this little cute thing. He hangs out with me.
Did Hector come with us, or is he?
Hector is in there with you. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yeah,
he is with you right now.
Yeah, we'd
So
like
as we're
to
talking
introduce him too.
I'll be like, Grogert, so this is Hector. I'm pretty sure they told you about him already.
He's like, Hector, yes, and he reaches out and shakes his hand, and Hector's like, thank you for hiring me, Grogert. I look forward to whatever work you may have for me. He's like, well, I'm not the one who's going to have me doing work. It'll be Amber. So please make your way outside. Sharon will point you in the right direction. If I remember properly, that Amber has a lot of questions that she wants to ask you. So I believe she'll keep you quite busy. And he's like, of course. And Hector turns and makes his way out the door.
See you later, Hector.
He
says his goodbyes. I'm sure
he says goodbyes, excited, a new start.
He just pieces and then fades away.
We literally gave this man a second opportunity at life.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
You did. Yep.
That's at least worth a 30% discount.
You already get a nice discount.
I know. We basically get stuff at cost here.
Grogert, now that Hector's gone and we're all in private, Levy, don't you have something for him?
Yep. Yeah, I pull out the letter and give it to him.
Okay. Now, if I remember right, you guys in character didn't know what this letter said.
Have absolutely no idea in character.
We have no idea.
In person, I accidentally said it. Okay.
Yeah, so in character, we don't know what it says.
Okay. Grogert kind of takes it. He's like, and who is this from?
City Lord of Sailport.
Sailport.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And then he kind of just
it's from Lord Gallows.
Yeah.
Lord Gallows, and he kind of opens it up real quick and gives it a quick glance. It's like, seemed that he was quite impressed with your work.
Boss, I don't mean to speak out of turn, but Lord Gallows made it seem like he knew you pretty well or something.
I have not met Gethrin Gallows, but from this letter, it seems that he was quite a fan of your work and has heard of the Goblin Gazette. And it seems that he would be interested in us opening another store or not store, but the headquarters in.
DM, when he says that he never personally met him, was he being sincere? Can I roll an insight check on that?
Sure. Honestly, I'm trying to remember what I had said that Catherine Gellis said.
Oh, I rolled a 15 flat. I don't have anything to my insight, so it's just 15.
You think he's being, as far as you can tell, he's being honest.
Okay.
And just from the interactions you had with Catherine Gellis, it didn't necessarily seem like he knew him personally, but like that.
It's just that he mentioned him by name specifically. That's why.
Yes, and you got the sense that that's because he was a man of great import who could give information should he desire.
Okay.
But so Gargard basically tells you that yes, it looks like he'd be interested in us opening a shop there in Sailport.
That's fantastic.
Well, on the plus side, there is an empty lot there now that Hector's here, so maybe he'll let you use that for an expansion down the line.
That's a good point. What happened to his shop?
Oh, wait.
Did he own that?
I figured he was
No.
in debt, so they probably just took it
Oh.
back because that was why he had to do
Gotcha.
all the shady magic stuff because he had money
No,
problems.
I'm thinking at a -1 intelligence, Steelscar will still be like have enough intelligence to point that out, wouldn't he?
What?
I would say yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the empty shop.
How pissed would Hector be if he just got sent back?
Just head on back.
But now under an employer.
Yes.
Under new management.
He's like, so it's yes, it seems like you boys did a very good job. Impressed Lord Gallows there, so thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. Doing our
He's like,
best,
well,
boss.
He's like, well, things here have been going great. Your stories have been selling like hotcakes. You've gained quite a bit of following here in Eserim. People have started calling you the Fearless Four. Kind of tacky, but the name that's kind of stuck for you guys.
Like when as soon as he says that again, Steelscar just has this cringe face. Like, is that the name they really gave us, the Fearless Four?
He's like, it's the name that I've heard tossed around.
Well,
I mean,
they obviously
I'm
have
not
not met us.
Fantastic.
Because we are always afraid.
I'm not gonna go against the public, so whatever they want to say, I guess we'll go with it for now.
He's like, I mean, you've taken on gnolls, you've fought mind flayers, you've countered aboleths, you've fought a dragon, you've stopped a.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, you need to update the official documents. I've changed my name to to have the dragon's name as my middle name now. So
He's like, interesting. All right, I will to that. He writes it down.
Wow, you really did change it on D&D Beyond.
I
didn't
did.
you?
on the stream, it's Levy Rimzarn. Who shouldn't it be Rimzarn Bane?
I should.
you took its name.
Yeah, I took its family name.
Yoink.
Mine.
There you go. But Gargard says people seem to look forward to your exploits. So,
Hey, that's great.
and just in the past few months, we've had numerous tips come in for stories. So, we've had to hire another crew or two to handle it all. So, thank you. And with that, and he pulls out a sack of gold.
Sack of gold.
Sacks of
And,
gold.
Sets it before you guys, and it's like, this is for your trouble. Should be about 800 gold apiece.
Wow.
A piece.
It is, you've taken, what is it, 3 jobs I've given to you since you, or 2 jobs I've given to you since you left. And then all the other stuff you've been able to send me has helped to go along the way. So here you go. And he hands you guys the gold.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Got to get paid.
This has been a fun opportunity for us so far, so thanks.
He's like, and as we've discussed, Casimir, you're welcome to hang around with this group here. And you guys seem to do a lot of good work. So I look forward to what else you can do.
Brilliant. Do we have are there any rules or anything in our contract for compensation for lost body parts by chance?
I actually believe that there was a part that said that they are not responsible for any.
Yeah, they did say that. They're
You
not responsible for
encounter-
any
Would
I
not be
believe-
surprised.
I do believe that was part of the contract.
That was part of the original paperwork.
Not responsible for loss of life, limb, or soul.
Yeah.
Or personal items on your person.
Yeah, like your sword.
Like my sword, I had to go pay for it myself because they were not going to replace that.
He's like, I'm sure that you boys are tired. If you have any questions for me, let me know. I have plenty of jobs available. If whenever you are ready for something else.
Maybe a
you
day
know,
of
but-
enjoyment would be nice for us before we
Yes,
take
yes.
another job.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I was not hoping to throw anything on you. You boys need rest. So whenever you're ready for something, just come and get me. We'll find you some work.
Cool.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's. As for work, maybe some more fun. We'll think about it.
It's all right. Let me know, and I can tell you where we have some work.
Sounds good. And then I think we'll go to the bowling bar next door for rest.
As you guys are leaving, Gargar's like, you might want to visit the Brightstones. Make sure that
Oh,
Amber's not
yeah.
not giving Hector too hard of a time.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I did want to go. I did have something to talk to them about, so I'm gonna hit that way myself.
Okay.
Because remember, when I was trying to get armor, so now that we're here, I want to figure out. I want to get armor that doesn't give me disadvantage.
Gotcha.
On
But
stealth.
My goal was I was trying to retain my AC, or bump it up if possible, but without imposing disadvantage, which is pretty hard for a character of my stature so far.
Yeah.
Stole my idea.
Yeah, the main thing I could see you doing is adamantium full plate.
That's what I was thinking, but I
Yeah.
wonder
Good
how much
luck.
that would cost.
I actually calculated it out based on 5e stuff. I think it's like an extra 1,500. 1,500 gold for full plate armor. Bumps it around to 1,850 if you do adamantium.
You gotta have the resources.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
we need adamantium.
All right, so you guys make your way downstairs to the Brightstones. Casimir, for simplicity's sake, I will say that you have not met the Brightstones before.
Okay.
But so you guys make your way down onto the floor, head to the back room. For those of you who have visited the Brightstones, you guys enter in. Casimir, it's a small shop, and you immediately see a female dwarf standing at what would be for her kind of like a God. Why am I blanking on the word? Like what you would
Counter?
a counter. Yes, a counter. And where you would be purchasing something, right? Your transaction would take place. But as you guys enter, she sees you guys, and this is Amber Brightstone. She works for the Goblin Gazette. She is a wizard and helps create magical items for those who work for the Goblin Gazette, whatever they may need. She basically takes orders and does stuff. Says Amber, I can look real quick the description if you're just curious.
Woman, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Was that Amber?
That was the description that you gave us.
Amber, no, oh no, that's not Amber. Amber is brunette with blue eyes. She's
Oh,
brunette.
brunette.
Yeah.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
She's just a blue eyes dragon. She has fine jewelry and wears a robe. As she sees you guys, she's like, "Oh, look at this! The boys, they're back."
Hey, Amber.
I greet her in Dwarven.
Oh, and she gives you a grin, and she's like, in Dwarven. She's like, I see that you've picked up the. Did you know Dwarven before, or is it just because of the belt?
Because of the bell.
Okay.
So as she's talking to me, and if she asks me where I learned this, I just point at the bell on my waist.
And she kind of notices, yes. Well, it's always a nice thing to speak to someone in my own language. Then she switches back to speaking common for everybody, and
I do that on purpose because Casimir's there. Because we know he's trying to learn, so
Yes.
Yeah.
anything that I ask her myself, I'm gonna ask her in Dwarven.
Gotcha.
Okay. And
All
I will
right.
do my best to keep up. Thankfully, I got 3 days with that belt, so that's
Because
very
as
good.
soon as because this is how I picture it in my mind. I start talking to her in Dwarven. I point at my belt. I look at Casimir. I give him a thumbs up, and I point to my ears so he can listen.
There you
That's
go.
all. I don't I do not say a word to Casimir. All I do is gestures to him.
All
Okay,
right.
I just wink at him.
All right. So yes, this is Amber.
Can you wink in your current condition?
I think he can wink. Yeah,
Can I wink? Yeah.
yeah, he can.
Can
yeah.
my eyes even close? How do I sleep?
Yeah, you can.
These
Yeah,
are
you
good
can.
questions.
Yeah, you can close them.
Okay, cool.
I said it looked as if your eyes had burned out, not that.
Hector's already in there, isn't he?
Yes, Hector's in there with Amber. Seemed like she was asking him all sorts of questions, just his experience, all this stuff.
Hector,
She
how you
already-
settling in?
he's like, well, she seems to have a lot of work for me, but I look forward to the opportunity. And then you hear like what sounded like some hammer being a hammer, or like metal being hammered in the background, and stop, and eventually you see Oscar. There's a male dwarf. He's got a long black beard with gold clasps in it. He has green eyes. Comes walking out and just kind of like nods to you guys as he like seems to grab something and then make his way back in the back. But yeah, so she introduces herself to you, Casimir. She is as Amber Brightstone, and then her husband is Oscar Brightstone.
I asked her what she had. So you got any new goods for sale from the last time we saw you?
She's like, some. Was there anything in particular you were looking for?
Okay, I'm gonna be blunt. I've been looking for, or I've been trying to find a way to keep myself well armed, but I don't know if you noticed, this armor makes too much noise, and I'm trying to reduce that by as much as possible. I know there's things. You said mithril, right, Ian?
Adamantium actually is the one that I
oh.
looked into, but I don't know what the details are for mithril.
I think mithril can only be can only be like medium armor.
Yeah. Adamantine. I know there are things like adamantine that might work, but from there, I really don't know much.
Oh, wait, no, it looks like it might be able to be.
Could it be enchanted again?
So it could be enchanted. You could. So she basically tells you, well, you could either have it enchanted. You could have some sort of enchanted on it to prevent it, or you could have some very expensive armor created for you.
All right. And for this armor, what would I possibly need?
Well, do you want an enchantment, or do you want it to be made out of a? She's like, I don't know. And she calls Oscar in, and Oscar, she's like, and she's like, tells him that what you're looking for, as I ramble.
You want mithril? My bad.
Is it mithril?
Adamantium removes the critical hit chance.
Okay, so
Yeah.
mithril.
Yeah, you want mithril.
Yeah.
My bad, buddy.
So you would want mithril armor.
All right. So while we're discussing that, I
speak with Oscar, and he basically tells you if you don't want it magical, you would need mithril.
Mm-hmm. And which one was the one that takes away my critical hit? Adamantine?
Adamantium, when worn, any critical hit against you becomes a normal hit.
Against me.
Against you. So if you had heavy plate armor made out of adamantium, it'd be an AC of 18 with the from the armor, or with the armor. Strength breaks 15, and it'd be disadvantaged on stealth. But any criticals against you become normal hits. Mithril, on the other hand, it looks like hide. Oh, wait, it's weird.
It can be heavy. It says armor, medium, or heavy. It just removes the
stealth
disadvantage.
check
Yeah.
penalty. Yeah.
But it's still the same AC.
Yep.
Yep. 18.
That 18? Okay, I would go with that one.
So yeah, in that case, I also would be looking for mithril plate if possible.
Yeah.
I was gonna do adamantium to remove those criticals, but being able to not squeak down hallways would be great.
Squeak.
Exactly.
Oh, and while I do have both Oscar and and Amber there, I'm gonna pull up my sword and like place it in front of him and be like, if you have any, if you want to judge any of Hector's work, he did work on this sword, and I'll like place it on the counter so they can both inspect it and maybe judge on how they think it. I'll look at Oscar and be like, I know you are a master blacksmith, so maybe you can judge this the make of this weapon yourself, since you do have your own forge in the back.
Remember, Oscar or Hector didn't make the blade. He just
No,
enchanted.
no. Yeah, I'm gonna let them know that Hector enchanted it, and then that I had like the cutlass just make the sword.
Okay. All right, they look it over, and yeah, they seem impressed by the work that was done on the sword. Hector kind of like nods to you, like thankfully, like he didn't think about that. So regarding if you both want mithril armor, I will need to look to see what the cost is of that.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly certain, but I will also say, so as you ask Oscar this, since it sounds like you guys don't want magic armor, you want mithril. Oscar basically says, "Well, don't have just mithril laying around. I'll have to reach out to some contacts to see if they have any available mithril. To be able to do that, I don't know exactly the price right now. I'd have to let you know."
That's fair enough. Fair enough. I appreciate the time.
He just kind of like nods and makes the way back into his shop.
So once he heads back, I'll go back to Amber and be like, so what do we have for sale right now? What do we have for sale, DM?
Shopping.
Shopping.
Like I said, man, it depends on what you're looking for. I don't have a ready list of necessarily. I have the old list. I don't have a new list. I know you're gonna want to buy stuff right now.
I don't want to
Well,
buy
a
anything.
list of basic items I'd like to buy,
Does he-
and then there are the things I'm on.
Get your shopping list out of here, Gasser.
Okay.
Pulling
I
out
was
a
thinking-
scroll.
What's the closest thing to Dogecoin in your universe that I can invest in?
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Here, I'm
Goblin
looking to
coin.
see. Look
I
at
have 7,000 gold that I'd like to invest.
in Dogecoin.
I have 5,000 gold just to waste right now.
Man, you got lots of gold, sitting on a lot of gold. I mean, you're gonna have to buy some mithril armor.
True. I wonder how much that would be.
cheap.
It is ranges from 50 to 500 extra gold on top of the base cost, depending on rarity in the
Yeah.
setting.
If you're looking for full plate, that's expensive too. So you're looking for full plate mithril.
Full plate is 1,500, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, I have enough to cover that. 1,500.
it's gonna be it's just chunky chunk of change. That's all it is.
No, but do you still have the old list? But you still have some of the old items.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find where I put that. So the old list looked like there was armor of cold resistance, a bow of +1, braces of archery, a great sword of +1, and a movable rod. You guys have all of these things. Some potions of healing, but that was the old list. You guys actually.
Can we get another movable rod?
That's hilarious. You guys actually own all of these things.
Just
Brilliant.
through the.
How much is it
Oh
for
my
another
gosh,
movable
2.
rod?
Yes, 2 of them, because then you can just.
Yeah.
The movable rod.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
So what you can do,
movable
Livy,
rod.
is just tie one to the bottom of one of your boots, and so you reach up with one, clunk, lift up your feet, clunk, up, clunk. And
Like
you're just doing like a caterpillar up a wall or out in the middle of midair.
Gosh.
No, we do that with Elamir, so he's a sniper like 200 feet up.
Raining death.
He doesn't need a tree stand. He's got a sky stand.
The immovable rod is 4,000 gold.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot, but it's I think worth it potentially.
I mean, what's the likelihood that we'll encounter another one in the wild?
Is that a question for me or just a generic question?
And just
Okay.
good opportunity potentially.
So, from what she has, I don't. Besides the what was it, Metro?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in anything that they really have. I'm literally looking at a list, seeing if there's anything that piques my interest, but not really. I know what sword I want, but they probably don't have it.
Vorpal great sword.
A Vorpal great sword.
Oh, it's just sitting right here. Here you go.
No, you didn't ask last time.
I'm like, Amber, could you give me a Vorpal great sword, please? No, I wouldn't ask her that.
I will buy the other rod.
Ooh, you're gonna buy the other movable rod?
Yeah.
All right.
Now I can go anywhere. You said
I mean,
4,000.
Yeah, you gotta click it. You gotta click both ends. Remember?
Yeah, you just hold them, right?
Yeah, you
Just
can
like
just.
I could literally just like click.
I'll be honest. I've always pictured you have to click both sides. I don't know if that's the case or if it's one side. I've always imagined you have to click both.
I've always
Let me-
imagined one, so yeah.
Let's look it up. Immovable.
Rod.
This is like clicking
There's
a button.
It has a button on one end.
There's
You
one
can
end
use it
there.
to actually press the button.
Yep. So he
Like
can
I'm
totally
literally
do this.
just mountain climbing anywhere.
Mhm.
Now all I need is the what is it? There's like the cloak of the bat, and then I can like fly.
Mm.
Well, at that point, do you
So-
even need the rods?
Oh gosh.
So then I can just like get really high, swoop down, and start just stabbing people.
Just, oh my gosh, it's gonna just click, 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 click. Oh my god, I'm just picturing this. Hilarious.
And then I can teleport back up to my perch.
God, that'd be so terrifying.
Gosh.
All right, yeah. So I'm
All right, you purchased
4,000 gold poorer now.
You have the immovable rod. All right.
The
Cool.
only thing
I'll
I'm
mark-
still looking for is that spell storing ring eventually. One day.
Yeah, I have noted down a ring of spell storing for you. Since you already have that loot, I removed the one I was looking
Remember,
for.
you have
for
the.
I
the
do,
thing.
but we just didn't have enough money for the other thing.
How much did I say it was? Did you write it down? I know I have it somewhere buried in my notes.
And then I was gonna ask,
3,000 GP.
I don't think any of them would have things like rings for sale either, huh?
Just like a regular ring.
Like a ring of protection.
Not right now.
Nah, I know. I all I really care about is getting things that will raise my AC. I think damage wise, Steel Scar is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only sword I want is a Vorpal Blade, but I mean, that's nothing. I don't have a complicated list like others.
and then I was gonna figure out if I could, or if they could fashion anything out of my dragon scales.
Gotcha. So you call Oscar back in.
Yeah.
Um.
I was thinking either a reinforcement to my armor or a dagger.
So he tells you that if you want to make armor, I believe we talked about this. It would be scale mail. I think is what I said.
Okay.
Which is medium or heavy or something like that.
Which is medium, I think. Or hold on. Yeah, because I think I looked up.
I currently have studded leather.
Yeah, so I looked up studded leather. So basically, in my mind, it was: would you be able to have enough pieces of the scales on the armor to be able to actually make a difference? And so for studded leather, I said no. I don't think that studded leather would have enough metal on, like enough scales on it to provide the protection.
Sure.
But he could make you some sort of medium armor, scale mail, or something like that. And that would give you resistance. I think it was actually resistance or immunity. I forget which one. I think it was resistance to lightning damage.
Yeah.
That's what the armor would do.
Okay.
As for dagger, he's not certain. He would have to see what he could do if he were to be able to do a dagger out of it.
Let's explore that, just because I don't want to. Elmir's not comfortable in medium armor. He needs to be able to get away.
I mean, you don't really have to if you're 1,500 feet up in the air with the immovable rods.
I don't know how far I can get in combat. Just start clicking away.
What's your climbing speed?
It's an action to click the button and move it up, I think. So that would be every turn. It would be click, move up. Your next turn, click the other one.
Moving up a foot and a half. Yeah, so I'll tell him that I'm interested in seeing what a dagger could do, and then if he's I guess I'll ask the group. Is anybody interested in my dagger of venom?
Crickets.
No. Okay.
No.
So I'm offering it to Oscar to sell back to him.
No, wait, what was that? A dagger of what?
Dagger of venom.
I have a regular dagger equipped. I could probably use that for whatever emergency.
Does it require attunement?
Does it require attunement?
No.
Perfect. I have one dagger, and I think I threw that dagger one time.
Yeah, but it's like,
Yeah, so
you
it has
know.
like a special ability, but it just takes an action, and so I never found a good time. So I'll remove it from mine. You can add it to yours.
Armor of what? A venom? I mean, dagger of venom?
Dagger of Venom. So you gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it, and then its action does something special.
You can use an action to cast thick black poison to coat the blade. The poison remains for 1 minute or until the attack using this weapon hits a creature. The creature must. Okay.
It's pretty good if you do it like before combat.
Like throw it, especially with that potion of invisibility. Throw it for advantage.
Just bury it deep in their back.
Perfect. I'm gonna equip this and unequip the other dagger for now, wherever the heck I have it. There you go. Oh snap! I do. Just look at the party and like. I pull out from my bag of holding a breastplate and a greatsword. I'm like, I do have these items if anybody needs them. Because I did have a breastplate before I bought the split armor. Because we got paid that first time.
And I'd pull out my spare battle axe, spare war pick, and my old mining helmet.
Dumping all our crap on the floor and.
Who wants this? So I will say, Amber, as you guys are like dumping all this stuff, she's like, "Well, lads, I will tell you this. You're not gonna make a bunch of money if you're selling stuff to us. You better luck selling it to someone else."
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we're just trying to see which one of us needs what.
Ooh,
Gotcha.
Can we have a whole episode that's a yard sale and it's just Levy negotiating with people?
Give me it cheaper. Give me it. Pay more for this.
Ian, what time of day would this be right now?
I said you guys got in around like 2-ish or 3-ish, I think. So I imagine it's
So like
not even
9 now because we've been in here
9.
haggling with them.
No, I'd say it's like maybe 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock at this point. I mean, you've not been here super long.
All right. Guys, I don't know what else we need to do. Maybe we can stop by the Balding Bar for a quick welcome back drink. But I do have some things I gotta take care of, and I hope Casimir can join me in one of these. I kind of need your input for where I'm about to go in a bit.
Happy to come along.
Spiritually?
Yeah, it's a spiritual thing.
Okay.
We don't have to die for this one, do we?
No. We
don't have to lose any other body parts, do we?
No, I got 3 stops to make, but one of them is at the what was it? What was the temple called? At the Temple of Marion.
All right. So you guys want to stop by the bowling bar, and then you're gonna kind of split off and do your own things, right? Sounds like. Okay. You guys make your way back to the balding bard after bidding farewell to Amber and the Brightstones and Hector. Bowling board, if you remember, is right next door to the Goblin Gazette. As you guys make your way in, you see the familiar sights of the bowling bard. You see the barkeep, Harry, bald bard. As you meet him, so I'm just getting my notes for Eserim here.
So fuzzy wuzzy wasn't so fuzzy in this.
Yeah. There it is. Sorry. I see. Yeah, you see the dark wood and all this stuff. Just what the paint, the beautiful paintings and stuff. It's very nice.
While we're walking around, would people recognize who we are? Since you're saying that we're getting some kind of reputation here, or do they only know us by story but not face?
Just kind of what you gathered from Groggart. It seemed like they kind of know you from story, not face. Right.
Got it.
But as you make your way into the balding bard, you see the familiar sights of everything. Were you wanting to just let Harry know that you're here and you'll need rooms for the night?
Yeah, I'll go up to Harry. He should remember us, I hope.
Yeah, he remembers you guys. He's like, welcome back. It's been a bit. How have your journeys been?
Interesting indeed. You probably read about it on the paper already from the Goblin Gazette.
I have, yes.
Yeah, a lot of those stories are from. What do they call us again? You said the
Fearless Four.
Fearless Four.
Yeah, some of the stories are from us, the Fearless Four, as people seem to be calling us these days.
Says, yes, they've been quite the hit in town. I assume you'll be needing lodging.
Of course, that's why I'm here. That's why we're here.
How many rooms? 2 rooms? 1 room?
Do you guys want 2 rooms or 4 rooms or 1 room? 2 rooms would be fine.
He's like, all right, I'll be sure to get you guys situated. Just stop by. Let me know when you guys are ready to head to bed or need your rooms. I will get them for you.
Oh, excellent. In the meantime, round of drinks for me and my friends.
Of course. And he grabs, some mugs, fills them up, and slides them over to you guys. Says,
Are
"I'll
there
open the
people
tab."
in here?
It's 4-ish o'clock. There's some people, not the big crowds haven't arrived yet.
All right. So I take the drinks. I take the drinks back to the whatever table we're all sitting at, and I'm like, "Well, friends, here we go."
All right.
I look at her like, "I want to propose a toast. We've had grueling adventures, fun adventures. Some of us nearly died. Some of us were exceptional. But at the end of the day, we made it back here safely and in one piece. So I think this is a bit of celebration is in order, I would say."
Celebrate.
And I put my mug out in the middle of us 4. I'm like, "Cheers, guys."
I clink.
Cheers.
You guys drank your
And I down it.
and down it, and all right.
Funny how Steelscar drinks now that he almost nearly died.
Mm-hmm.
Change
He's enjoying life.
it.
No,
Life's too short.
as a side thing, I'm pretty sure the group noticed that after Steelscar came back, he's been more not as uptight and then enjoying things more. Probably because he knows that if he can die at any moment, so he'd rather enjoy life than be by his old standards.
There you go.
You also got turned into a chicken.
Turned over a new leaf. Yes. That's where the real change came from. It's turning into a chicken.
And almost being fried. I was almost barbecued. The ring of death.
There you go.
I still can't believe that whole encounter there.
It was fun.
Ring
All
of
right.
fire.
So tell me what everyone wants to do, and we can split up. You guys can break off. We'll start with Steelscar, since it sounds like he has a list. What are you wanting to do?
So I have 3 people to visit here. One of them is High Priestess Delma. The other one is Matthias, and then Captain Doring.
Okay.
I have 3 people to visit, so I look at Casimir like, you ready to go? Our first stop is most likely going to be Captain Doring at the guardhouse, since it's literally right next to the Goblin Gazette.
All right.
Let's go.
As you are actually,
Mine is gonna be the longest, I feel. So if anybody else really needs to do something first, you should take that first.
well, as you are sitting there, Steelscar, Harry actually walks up to you, and is like, Steelscar, I received a letter here from, addressed to you, and he just hands it to you.
I look at the letter. Does it say who it's from?
Yes. I will send you the letter.
Oh, perfect. Oh, DM letter. Wow. Are you sending it? Where are you sending it?
I'll send it to you on Discord.
All right, perfect. You actually have a letter written up? What?
He's Matt Mercer in this thing.
Lily's like, you're being all Matt Mercer right now.
He
No,
hand
she's-
calligraphied this.
Yes,
He aged a piece of parchment 20 years.
that's right. I did.
I bet you if we were sitting in the actual table, you would literally hand me a piece of paper right now.
I would.
Written in the blood of a goat.
There you go. There you go. All right. Was there anyone else who had stuff they wanted to do?
I have a
Cody,
few
do-
things that I could do, but it's not going to be probably super short.
Okay.
Mine can happen whenever Steelscar and I end up at the temples. I want to see if anyone knows anything about the symbol from the book that Sister Lethel gave me, And then there's the symbol on my axe for that one order of paladins that I haven't identified yet.
What was yours, Cody?
Yeah, I was just gonna. I have two things, but one is for the group. So before people split up, and I guess while Steel Scar's, kind of pondering his letter, I just address the group and say, I'm not one to make demands much of this team. You guys probably all know that, but as the letter that I shared with you all kind of said, it seems my mother and our people are in quite the ordeal these days. So I don't know where the Goblin Gazette wants to take us or where all of your paths take us, but I am certainly looking to head north if possible. So consider that, and obviously we'll have to see how other things go. That's all that's been on
That's why I'm just gonna use
my
this.
mind for the last week or so as we travel back to here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, let's see where the Goblin Gazette sends us, and I have no reason not to go north. If we want to do that, we totally can.
Appreciated.
And so I look at, I basically was reading the letter on my to myself, and I'm like, well, if we're heading north, maybe a quick stop northwest wouldn't hurt. It'd be nice to see my pops again, since this is a letter from him. So maybe
How are you gonna do that, man?
Where north are you planning to go, Elamir?
The Frostfire Fortress.
That's deep north, isn't it, DM?
Yes.
Yeah, it's in the Frozen Wastes.
All right.
Way up in there.
I mean,
okay.
yeah. If something takes us up north, I'm more than happy to come with you. I just my thing is not important from this letter. It's just checking up on me and everything. But maybe once we're done up there, on our way back down to Eserim, a quick pit stop would be nice if you guys don't have any other pending matters after we help Elamir with his.
I have some business by the Chilled Lake. I'd like to visit there again if we could.
Well, as for me, my business is here, and again, I'll pull out the medallion. I got two people to talk to about this, and they were very specific in letting me know that they needed to talk to me once we return here. So that's my business for now, that I got to take care of.
Yeah.
This might lead to a solution, or it might just lead to more questions and going out to seek answers. But for now, this is all I got to go off of.
Okay. Yeah. We're not dead set on it yet, but as you can understand, you wanting to get back to your father, where my mind's been. But I'm sure we'll be here for a few days, just cleaning up business and catching up. So plans can change, but we'll see where things take us.
Do we know where in the north is the fortress?
Way north.
So
well, there's I know that it's way north, but there's central, western, and eastern, and I'm just curious.
So it's somewhere up in the Frigid Wastes, according to what. Yeah, it's up here. According to
gotcha.
Elamir has said, it's somewhere around here.
I wouldn't mind stopping in Ilum on the way, but I know some are reserved about that.
Well, if we go to Ilum, that's not too far from Woodpine, so I wouldn't mind going down
if
that
we go
way.
Through Ilum. Yeah, I'd like to stop at Zakul.
When he said Ilum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, everything I just said, I take it back. Yeah, no, as a character, I did not say anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I know
Okay.
you've mentioned before that you don't want to go to Ilm.
Yeah, I just looked because I was looking at my backstory for the name of certain places that I know, and I'm like, no. So everything I just said, it's retracted.
Redacted.
Retracted. Nobody heard it. I didn't say it. Boom.
Gotcha.
Okay. So
the other thing I was gonna do, and do it in whatever order is, and I think probably had mentioned it, but go see the Hunters Guild here.
okay.
Yes. Didn't we were told that we could always stop here at the Hunters Guild since they know some of the Black Lodge folks, right?
She said that they weren't part of the same group, but she said that they had like they were
A mutual understanding.
yeah, because they kind of do the same thing, right? So you're not gonna be able to walk in and be like, oh, we're Blacktail Lodge, oh yeah, but it's also like, oh, we're from Black Lodge, oh, okay, we will, kind of we know so and so, okay.
Some common courtesies.
So they'll know that we're
Honda, you're
experienced in the
Toyota,
hunt.
that kind of thing.
All right, so we will start with Steel Scar and Casimir. So what do you want to do, Steel Scar?
So I'll make first and foremost, I would make my way to the guard posts to see if Captain Doring is there.
Let me fix the map. Not in Sailport anymore. There we go.
So yeah, I'll go to the guardhouse.
Okay, so you make your way to the guardhouse. See the familiar sights of the guards outside training. You're able to find out that Captain Doring is on the ground, seems to be, helping instruct some of the new recruits for the guards as you approach him. Casimir's with you, right? Casimir's
Yeah,
still okay.
Casimir would accompany me because I asked him regarding this religious matter.
Yeah. So he's like, Steel Scar, Casimir, good to see you.
Captain
Didn't
Doring.
expect to see you here in Eserim so quickly.
Oh, it wasn't a quick trip by any means necessary, but we're just glad to be back.
Yes, I imagine after that, that stuff that happened in Red Brook, and from what I've read, that happened in Sailport with you.
Indeed.
Indeed. I still find it kind of funny how people here have named us, and it's I'm not gonna go against what the people say, so more power to them.
So yes, it seems that you have made quite a name for yourselves in the city.
But I'm here regarding the important matter we had discussed previously. Now that I'm here, and I brought Casimir along only because he is also a man of faith. So I would think that having him along in this journey would be beneficial to me. If I have any questions, he might have some answers that I don't know myself.
As he turns to you, Casimir, and sees your eyes, he says, Casimir, it seems that you have been touched by the gods or something.
A costly gift from Halette.
Halette, yes. He looks back at you, Steel Scar, and is like, yes, let us retire to my office and we can discuss, as he leads you guys in the guardhouse to his office. He offers you guys to take a seat as he sits down and is like, Steel Scar, if I remember, actually, I will let you discuss since Casimir's here. Please, what are your questions?
Well, I mean, we've since we last talked, Casimir did point out a few things on what this medallion might mean, and I pull out the book that I got it from Sailport, and I found this book in Sailport. It doesn't really say much it doesn't say more than what I already know, but maybe it'll tell you something that I probably missed, and I'm gonna hand them the book momentarily, like if you want to take a quick glance at it. It's not a big book by any means, is it, DM?
No, it's not huge.
So I hand them the book, like, if there's anything in here that might explain to you anything else, but I doubt it, since this is everything that we've discussed, anything that Casimir has mentioned to me. I've pretty much heard it or read it, and I don't got much to go off of besides that.
He's like, yes, well, High Priestess Delma and I have spent some time researching and trying to understand the medallion that you gave us and any questions that you had. You recall what I told you in Redbrook was that I know what the medallion is from, and we would discuss that matter further.
Yeah, I do have a meeting with High Priestess Delma as well after this, so maybe.
Yes. I'm not sure what other information she will share with you that I will not share with you, as we've done a lot of we've traded a lot of information back and forth with each other about this matter. But yes, feel free to talk to her. We've been talking. Give me 1 second to find my notes.
I'm curious to find out about the Nazi stuff now that you mentioned it previously.
You alone with Nazis? What?
What? You said it, not me.
I know.
It's a factory of making super soldiers.
Okay, so he's like, okay, so as we discussed, the medallion that you wear around your neck comes from the Order of the Bright Crusaders. They were a militaristic group who believed that combining celestial and human blood, they could create an order of powerful warriors that had the proper birthright to run and be in charge of Athane. I used to be a member of this order. They are an offshoot of the followers of Eldrin. That is why the medallion appears similar to Eldrin's. But that time is beyond me now. I have moved on from that. But they were a powerful group until they were hunted down for their radical beliefs. Most of the order has been scattered or hiding in the shadows. I don't know exactly. I don't keep up on them. It's been many years since I was part of that group. And it would seem that if your mother, was part of this group, that she either had celestial blood or something. I can't be certain, but if you are an Aasimar and you say that your father was just a normal man, not any celestial blood in him, then it seems that your mother had some sort of celestial blood in her. The extent to which I cannot tell you. So if you have more questions about this topic, I am happy to answer what I can.
For the most part, I'm just here. I just stopped by to pick up any information that you and High Priestess might have uncovered. It's I know this is going to be a very long journey and process for me to find out everything I need, but I do honestly appreciate all the help that you've given me thus far.
So of course, he's like, I have an old contact from her, but I would rather not reach out to them unless I have to. So with that being said, if you can if you can confirm and ensure that your father has told you that everything he has told you is truthful, then I would feel more comfortable reaching out to my contact and asking them whatever questions that we had. We can go visit them. But I would want you to ensure that the information your father's given you has been truthful and he has told you everything and is not withholding anything.
Fair enough. When I get a chance or once I have any extra spare time, maybe I can make a trip to a trip back home and speak with him in person. I think this is a matter best suited for an in-person conversation rather than letters.
Of course. My contact is in Ilum, so when you find that information, let me know and we can reach out to them and meet with them if it calls for it.
Fair enough. Well, I do appreciate all the help. I will be heading to High Priestess Delma soon. Maybe she has anything else. But if you guys have been sharing information as you were, then she'll probably won't have much to go off of either. Then, but I appreciate the help either way.
Of course, and she's been doing a lot of research on the Aasimar and just understanding their powers and where they come from. And just from what we've been gathered, it seems that, I mean, this is things that I knew just from my time in the Order, was that the Aasimar are just the offspring of someone who has celestial blood in them. Whether they be two people with celestial blood in them or one person, that is where they seem to get their celestial divine powers.
And so I'll collect my book, give my thanks, and then head to High Priestess Delma.
Okay. So you guys make your way to the Temple of Marion.
Yes.
In the Guild's Way.
I'll ask whoever's there if High Priestess Delma is available for a private meeting regarding a very important matter that I've discussed with her. I'll let them know that.
Okay. So you guys make your way to
Steel Scar's there. Yeah.
Make your way to the giant temple. Casimir, don't know if you've been here, but it's a giant temple to the goddess Marion. Is a very large structure here in Guild's Way. Guild's Way is more of the wealthier district here in Eserim. You see giant buildings. It's where all the guilds reside. What little information you know about Eserim is that the city is basically not controlled by guilds, but the guilds hold most of the power in the city. And this is where the Guild's Way is, where all the guilds' headquarters are. But the temple is here as well.
This temple would be new to me.
Okay. So yeah, it's right here, the Temple of Marion. It's just a giant structure. It's very intricate, has stained glass windows. It's very just a beautiful structure. So you enter, you can hear some people praying. You're able to get a hold of someone, Steel Scar, to ask about High Priestess Delma, and they see if they can get a hold of her. They're able to find her as she comes out, and you see her again. Casimir, having not met her, let me describe to you what she looks like. I'm gonna jump through all my old notes here, man.
Wow, we're making you go back.
She has pale white skin, blonde hair that almost looks white. She has piercing blue eyes. I think that's who you were describing.
Yeah, that was High Priestess Delma.
Yeah. She wears exquisitely beautiful robes of white and blue. And you can kind of see through her hair. It looks like her ears seem to be a little pointed. But as she sees you, she's like, Steel Scar, it is good to see you.
But good to see you. Good to see you as well, High Priestess. I bow respectfully.
And what brings you here today?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but the last time I was here, how long was it since we've been here? Like over a month, right?
It's been a few months, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a few months since I've been here. And the last time we spoke, I had showed you, would it be possible to speak in private, actually?
She's like, of course. And who is this, your friend?
This is Casimir. He also works for the Goblin Gazette, and he was on a separate mission when we ended up stumbling upon him, and we decided to keep all the work together since we all work for the same place.
Pleasure to meet you.
She looks at you, Casimir, and sees your eyes, and she's like, well, Casimir, it seems that you have been touched by the gods.
I give her a grin. Paulette doesn't touch as gently as Marion.
Yes, the Blessed Mother has a touch, a much lighter, gentle touch.
He's a friend from work.
Maybe she can have a chat with Halette or Halas sometime.
This is the goddess Halette. She is a mystery shrouded in shadow. But please follow me to my my quarters, and we can discuss things further. As you guys make your way through the temple, where you've met with her before, Steel Scar. And she's like, what questions did you have for me, Steel Scar?
Well, I just came from talking to Captain Doran, and he did let me know that you guys have been sharing information back and forth. So he gave me some information regarding the medallion and all that stuff. And I pulled out the book again, and like I did find this book, and Captain Doran didn't. Everything that I've read on this book more or less has information that we've previously discussed, and I'll hand her the book, and I'm like, but maybe you can make something more out of this, a gift, if you would say, to help you with any research you might be encountering. And
Just like, thank you very much. I will take a look at this. But yes, Captain Doring and I have been discussing things, and we were able to do some research on the amulet, and Captain Doring, as I'm sure he's told you, was once part of that order.
he mentioned that.
Yes, it is a very is a part of his life that he is not very proud of.
Yeah, he did mention that before anything else is done, I should really confirm with my father any information that he gave me growing up and try to confirm if it's true or not before proceeding forward. So that's one of the things I plan on doing, having an in-person conversation when I get the chance, and then coming back to Captain Doran to discuss how we move forward. But I honestly appreciate the help both of you have given me thus far.
Just like, of course, my child. Yes, the Captain Doring has some contacts that he could reach out to, but it's a sensitive matter, and it would be best to ensure that that contact needs to be made for your sake. But the research I've been able to do just on Aasimar and what that I've been able to glean about the Order of the Bright Crusaders is just, it seems that one of your parents was of celestial blood. That is where your powers manifest. I was able to find some information that is possible to, for some, you can increase this power. How to do so, I do not know. But it seems that it seems that being able to tap on that celestial side of you, some can do it better than others, and it seems if you have better training at it, you can become better at it.
And no place to do this kind of training has been found, is what you're saying.
It's not something that I know. It's not something that no, it's not. Does not seem to be common knowledge.
Question, GM.
Yes.
Walking through the temple and also with her, would anyone glow blue? Besides Steel Scar?
No, just Steel Scar.
Okay.
But it's definitely a holy place, as a man of...
The place glows blue.
Everything's blue, you're blind. It does actually, I think you...
I can see hallowed, yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely see that this seems to be a hallowed place.
Ooh, is the book I got from Sister Lethel blue? I wanted to show it to the priestess here to see if she recognized the cover.
Is not.
Okay.
So she, are you asking her that?
Yes, so long as it wouldn't interrupt Steel Scar's conversation.
Yes, do you have any other questions for her?
Well, with this information, I'm gonna pay my old man the visit first and see how things go there before proceeding forward. And again, High Priestess, I appreciate all the help that you've given me thus far.
Of course. And then Casimir. So you want her to look at the book?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd show her it and show her the cover with the heart and arm with muscles.
She's
see
like,
if it meant anything.
This does not seem to be anything related to the gods. No. It seems to be a book. Nothing related to the gods.
Okay, I will thank her and leave with Steel Scar.
I'll thank her again and start making my way out of the little room towards the bigger hall.
All right, and you guys leave.
Do they still have that? Do they still have that collection plate in the front where people can just drop off donations or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop 5 gold in there.
Okay. You guys make your way out of the temple. High Priestess Elma bids you farewell. Just tells you that she'll be waiting to hear what comes of the, information from your father.
and we head out. And I do have one more stop, which is at the. It was. I forgot which of these guild houses. Matthias told me to go. Was it the Stoneworkers Guild? No.
The Stoneworkers Guild, I believe, is where you got the job, the work.
Yeah. No. Oh, that's how we. Yeah, that's to as a convoy, right?
Yeah, that was the job that you took to go to Silver Ridge.
Yeah, that's where we met Matthias in.
You didn't meet him there. That's where you got the job. You met him.
At
But
the
yes,
entrance.
yes.
But that's where we were
extension,
supposed to go there.
Yeah.
So then,
so,
while we're heading there, I'll look at Cass and be like, well, this my last stop is not so much religious based. It's more of I was asked to come here with someone that we had a convoy with. You're more than welcome to accompany me here still if you wish to tag along. But the other two stops were more or less what I really needed you with me for. So the choice is yours if you want to come through with me one last time.
I can't think of anything else to get up to, so I think I'll tag along if that's okay.
Perfect. And we'll make our way to the Stormworkers Guildhouse.
all right, so you guys make your way there. Matthias does not live there. If you'd like information, you can certainly ask.
I will. I'll go up to whoever's like running the front desk, receptionist, whatever, and be like, I'm looking for Matthias. He normally does deliveries, and about 3 months ago, we ended up getting a job here as a envoy to help his team secure goods to Silver Ridge.
Okay, go ahead and roll a persuasion check. I will give you advantage.
The person who I'm talking to, are they a dwarf by any chance?
No, no.
But persuasion, you're still giving me advantage.
Yeah, I'm giving you advantage since you've done work previously here.
Oh shit, okay, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 total. Dang, I rolled horribly even with that advantage. 14 total.
Okay. The person, it's this kind of younger man. Seems a little hesitant, but he does recall that you've done some work after you kind of talk him through what you've done.
I let him know that we are the Fantastic Four?
the Fearless Four.
Yeah, I tell him.
Fearless Four.
He tells you that Matthias lives in Shadow's Rest in a small house, and kind of gives you a description of the house.
Shadow. Oh, okay, perfect. That's by the Goblin Gazette.
Yeah, it's just north of it.
All right. So
make your way there?
I thank them and I make my way there. I'm like, oh, one more stop. I promise.
Okay.
I'll just munch on jerky while we walk along.
There you go.
I munch on jerky while we walk along too.
You guys make your way to Shadow's Rest. You eventually find the house. So you arrive at a humble little house off the main walkway in Shadow's Rest. Outside, you see a beautiful garden. It looks as if the owner takes meticulous care of. You see a familiar figure walking around Steelscar, walking around the garden with a watering can. Matthias wears brightly colored clothes that differ greatly from the clothing you see worn here in Eserim. You see a few people maybe wearing this, but it's not the common clothing. But this is what you saw him wearing previously.
I call out to him.
As you call out to him, he turns to you. He's like, Steelscar, it is good to see you.
Pleasure's all mine, Matthias. We finally made our return, so promised I stopped by to see you.
Yes, please come in. And who is your friend?
This is my friend Casimir. We ended up connecting with him in Silver Ridge as part of our job. He also is employed by the Goblin Gazette, so he is a trusted friend and ally to us.
He's like,
Nice to meet you, sir.
Casimir, it is good to meet you. He's like, please come in. I can make some tea and we can have a discussion if you'd like, Steelscar.
Excellent.
All right, you guys enter. It's a small house, not super big. As you guys step inside, Matthias, suggests you take a seat. He puts some tea in a kettle over a fire. He's got like the salt and peppered beer. He's got kind of like a small hat that he wears. He takes off. He's bald.
Matthias was not a dwarf, was he?
He was a human. He
Human.
had dark skin, and just from what you've gathered, he seems to be from the desert, which I have retconned and changed the name because Dune Sea is the name of the place on Tatooine in Star Wars, and I didn't realize that I created it. So I changed the name.
Yeah, we can't have copyrighted material here, people. Sorry.
Well, there's more. I don't want to steal this stuff. So I changed the name to the Akai Desert.
All right, so I gotta go back and change that to Akai Desert.
Fix your notes.
Why are your notes wrong?
Why are my notes wrong?
Get it right.
So I'll go and sit down and and then we'll start our conversation.
What do you He's like, how have your travels been, Steel Scar?
Oh, it's overall pretty good. I mean, we've had some serious encounters with dangerous folks. We prevailed over that. I'm pretty sure you read in the paper some of the things that happened on our several destinations. Silver Ridge and
I have read many of your adventures.
We've had some close encounters of the fourth kind.
He says it seems to be the case, so what I've read.
But we've survived and made it back home safely.
He says, and how are you doing, Steel Scar, with your gift?
Well, I'll be honest. Looking into it, working on it, and in one of these encounters, I nearly lost my life, and after going through such an experience, it made me realize that I should enjoy life a little more and not restrain myself to things of my past where, like, for example, in our conversation we had, you said, embrace your gift, use it to its full extent. So I feel now that with these experiences I've had, I've embraced it a little more. I wouldn't say I've come to rely on it, but I've come to be one with it and use it for my advantage.
Says, I'm glad to hear that, Steel Scar. Just like a painter does not hide their gift, or a singer does not hide their gift, you should not hide yours.
I have a lot of questions, and fortunately I have good friends and people helping me look and find answers.
Well, it is good to have good friends.
And what about you? How was your trip back from Silver Ridge?
It was as it always is. Trips to Silver Ridge are not terrible. It's like Joseph and I got back. We've taken some time off to rest and recover. We have a few jobs coming up soon, but nothing to Silver Ridge, nothing too far from here.
Yeah. My friends and I decided to, enjoy a nice, relaxing day away from work. Just catch our bearings, unwind. It's been a very long 3 months, I would say.
Says yes, taking some time is very helpful. In many years of work, I have found that rigorous activities such as what you have been doing, finding time to rest and enjoy yourselves, and to just think about what you've been through, does wonders for your soul.
It really has. I'm gonna take full advantage of these couple of days, and not just me, but my friends as well, and just recover and regain our strength again.
It's good to hear. And how goes your sword fighting? I was able to see some of it previously.
I pull out my sword and I'm like, well, the original sword I had, it was lost. I lost it in battle. I was, for lack of a better term, I was humiliated. And my sword ended up in the river down the stream. Fortunately enough, I was able to come across very skillful blacksmiths who were able to forge this weapon for me, and it handles as well, if not better, than my previous weapon.
He's like, he kind of takes a sword and looks it over. He's like, this is fine craftsmanship. In the same style as the weapons found in Sun.
Funny enough, the cutlasses, as they're known, they told me they never had experience making any of these weapons, but to my better judgment, I feel like they produced a very incredible weapon.
That they have. Regarding your shameful defeat, I will tell you in my experience that defeat helps us to see how we can improve ourselves. And defeat is a good way to improve yourself and not to give up. Like a blade that is sharpened, your defeat has sharpened you, and you will become better for it.
I nod in agreement, and as I'm taking all this, I'm guessing coffee has been.
Oh yeah, he's like, you
I
guys
mean,
are
not coffee,
We
tea.
just lost.
here talking. Yeah, we lost King.
Oh, his PC crashed. He's coming back on.
Gotcha.
I'm back. My camera's just not working.
Connecting the camera.
And so he, yeah, so you guys are drinking tea, and he's like, well, Steel Scar, if you would ever be interested in some tips or training, I'd be happy to talk things over with you. I used to wield and train with swords myself.
I will keep that in mind. I appreciate the time you've given us today. I am gonna head back and check on the rest of my friends, see how they're doing on the unwinding. But I will definitely make time to stop by sometime soon and take you up on that offer about the sword.
I look forward to it. And have a good night.
You have a good night as well.
You guys, farewell.
Good to meet you.
Steel Scar, are you all done with your activities for the day?
That was it. That was everything that I wanted to. You gave me some answers that I was surprised to get, so I'm happy.
All right, Casimir, did you have things you were wanting to do? Or, no?
Not like I can't think of who I would ask about the symbol on my axe. So otherwise, no. Currently, just
Okay.
well, actually, I'd ask Steel Scar if you wanted to stop at the bakery we passed and get some sweet rolls.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Okay, and we're getting sweet rolls.
Get yourself
We'll
some sweet rolls.
We'll get sweet rolls for us and for the rest
Yeah, we'll
of the
bring
group.
some back.
All right. Well, I would. Cody, are you there or not at all?
Yeah, I just don't have camera.
Okay, it's fine. What were you wanting to do?
All that I had left, one of them obviously could happen after, like off, episode, but read the book that you gave me, and then see what I learned in the Planes of Existence, and then Levy had mentioned it before, going to the Hunters Guild just to see what they're all about. But
You think at this point it's probably better to wait to go to the Hunters Guild, just to talk to them. So we can see you read through your book. Let me real quick find my stuff. Where is it? Here we go.
I have an errand I would like to run, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna get to you. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
I just want to make sure.
Yep. So, Elamir, you find some time to sit down and read through the Planes of Existence. You're kind of familiar with what the book's discussing. It's stuff that you've learned in your training as someone part of the Astral Order. But it basically just goes through and lays out kind of the understandings of the different planes of existence. But just quick summary. So you know about the material plane. Then you know about the Far Realm, which is where you guys actually went with Mad King Jack. He seemed to have a slice of the Far Realm carved out for himself. Goes through the other ones, the Everdark, which is kind of this like shadowy reflection of the material plane. Celestial plane seems to be like there's some sort of plane of water, plane of fire, air, earth. There's the astral plane, and then there's the ethereal plane, and there's the Feywild.
TM, I have a question.
Yeah.
When he steps into the ethereal plane, does that mean, like, when he ethereal steps, does that mean he goes into the ethereal plane?
I do actually think when he does, I guess he steps to the ethereal plane.
Thank you. That was a completely out of character question. I was just curious.
No, yeah, he
Cool,
does.
thank you.
That's what the spell says. But yeah, so just gives you some information on the planes of existence, and just kind of like summaries of each of the ones. If you have any questions about them, let me know, and I can give you some information on them.
that will do for now.
Okay. All right, Levy, what is it that you would like to do?
I would like to sneak out, put on a disguise.
Okay.
And my goal is to go find some shady people and procure some shadow dust so that I can smoke it with Steel Scar.
Oh no!
Just saying how you want to appreciate life.
So I will say, as you're sitting there getting ready to leave, a small boy runs up to you. Let me catch my notes real quick.
Someone's gonna die.
And he just looks at you, sets a piece of paper on the ground, or on the table in front of you, and runs away.
I pick it up then and read it.
Okay. As you look at the note, it says the following. Sorry, trying to catch up with my notes here. The letter simply says, meet at the Grey Docks tonight. Come alone. Present the letter to a man named Gregor. At the bottom, it just says the letter H.
Wonderful. I take the letter.
Okay. You want to still go find that shadow dust?
How much time do I have before?
Well, if you're doing based off when they left, it was about like 4-ish. So.
Yeah, actually, I do want to go find that shadow dust.
Okay.
I mean, I have enough time. It's not dark yet.
Roll a. Let's see. What would that be?
Investigation.
Yeah, and roll an investigation check. See if you can. You think you could figure out where you might be able to procure some.
So I rolled 18 plus 3, 21.
21. Okay, you wander around town. Specifically, you go to Sun's Rise, which is a bit of a poorer area in Eserim. You think you're able to find some people. You think you spot some people who might. You think look shady enough. They might have some information. You also think perhaps you could head to the what was it called? Broken Dagger Inn, which is where you met the Hook. That would seem like a pretty shady place.
I am going to avoid going to the Broken Dagger Inn purely because I have gotten this letter now and know that like we have work to be doing, so I don't want to be like involved with like being seen involved with him for, you know, reputation's sake.
You end up buying from him.
I mean, if he's selling.
Or one of his people.
But I would like to at least maybe like some of the people outside that I feel like might be able to do it. I would like try and go and persuade them with like maybe either a bribe or something to figure out where I could get some.
You find the people. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check and tell me what you want to say to them. But you just see like 3 kind of like younger guys. They're kind of like wearing like some ripped up clothes and stuff. But they kind of just something about them to you just thinks those guys might know what I'm looking for.
All right. I will. So I rolled a 12 plus 11, so 23. And I just want to roll up on them, just like, "What's up, fellow kids? Do you know where I can get some shadow dust?"
Oh my gosh.
They look at you, and one looks at you, is like, "Shadow dust? Isn't that stuff illegal?"
Depends who's asking.
It's like, it does depend who's asking. Are you looking for some shadow dust?
Let's just say I want to treat a friend to a good night.
And they kind of like look at each other for a moment, and they kind of like nod for you to follow them down an alley.
I follow away.
Okay. One of them, they immediately kind of like pat you down just to make sure you don't have anything on you other than the weapons that they can see. And
The weapons that I can see, the magic foci that I have, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
like he's like, and how do we know that you're not part of the guard?
I mean, look at me. I wouldn't be caught dead being a guard.
Make another persuasion check.
24 this time.
Okay. He's like, all right. I could get you some shadow dust if you'd like.
Absolutely, that's what I'm
How
here
much
for.
do you want?
How much do I know about Shadow Dust?
I think you've rolled on it before,
Yeah.
potentially. I forget why. I forget the context of you
Because I was trying
rolling
to
it.
find out something to smoke with Steel Scar, and so I wanted to know what drugs there were. And you said I knew about Shadow Dust.
I need to look up real quick what I have written down about it.
So I just want to know about like how much a single dose would be for like 2 people.
Yeah, hold on.
Actually, you know, I could always have extra. That could always be fun, but I don't really want to get caught with it.
Don't you have a bag of holding?
I mean,
Two
I do.
I have one, I know for sure.
It's very potent, so you don't need a lot.
Okay. You know, just enough for one night.
It's like, all right. It'll cost you 100 gold.
100 gold. Come on, that's not even close to street price. It's got to be more like 85.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Of course, you're gonna make a
So
persuasion
I'm
check.
gonna use my dagger for advantage on that. That will be only a 16.
16.
Wow.
Yeah.
He kind of like gets closer to you and goes, I've never met you. So far, you seem trustworthy, but I don't know that. So we're going to say 100 gold. And we're going to say you owe me 50 gold right now. And you'll get the other and pay me the rest when I give it to you.
When am I getting it?
So meet back here tomorrow, the same time, and I'll have your shadow dust.
And how do I know you're not just gonna run away with my 50 gold?
And how do I know that you're not a guard?
Well, I guess if I was a guard and you're offering to sell me something, I would have already arrested you.
I have not sold you anything.
You've offered to sell me something.
But I've not sold you anything. There's been no exchange of anything.
That's fine, but I mean, any guard would grab you and interrogate you because let's be real, they don't care about law.
I could offer to sell you this building here, but that doesn't mean anything.
It's very true. That's very true. Tell you what, how about I give you 25 gold now? I'll give you the rest later, assuming this works out. I'm happy to lose 25 gold if that's the case and you end up leaving, but I feel like 50 gold is a bit big of an ask on my part, since we're just establishing our relationship.
Make another persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay, that's fine. Another 16.
Another 16. He kind of gets closer to your face. He said, I said 50 gold now, and 50 gold at the time of delivery.
Oh.
You know what, fine. I'm gonna show my friend a good night. It's worth it. I give him the 50 gold.
All right. All right. He takes the gold. Kind of like,
I'm
you know.
retiring this die because it's rolled like a 5 both times on my persuasion checks.
He tosses it to a friend who counts it up, and he's like, meet me back here tomorrow at this time, and you'll have your shadow dust, and you and your friend can have a good time.
Sounds good, thank you.
All right, and they leave the alleyway.
Cool, and then I will go and handle H's business.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Did we want to wrap up or not, or?
We will wrap up real soon, yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if that was...
Probably like 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
We all show up with cake.
All right, so you're wanting to go to the docks based on what the note said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me find it. All right, so at this point, you've waited till it's kind of like darker out. Not as many people out. You arrive at the gray docks. You kind of like look around. Make a perception check. You can see the moon in the sky, the water reflecting the moonlight.
Perception, 18.
18. Okay. Look around. You see a man who doesn't look like he's doing much. You see a few people who are like moving stuff, look like they're working. Most workers have gone. It's the end of the day. It's nighttime at this point. But you see a guy who seems to be sitting against a wall. It doesn't seem to be doing much. Just sitting there, looking around. It seems.
from like what I'm thinking, I think this might be my contact that I have to go meet.
Yes.
So I might approach him and just kind of like present the letter, basically.
Okay. You hand him the letter, and he looks up at you. He's like, "What's this?"
I think you know.
Kind of like looks it over for a second. He's like, just give me a moment. And he steps away for a moment.
And you get stabbed in the back.
God.
And he comes back with a bag, like a burlap bag. He tosses it to you. He's like, put it over your head.
I put it over my head.
All right. And you can feel him kind of grab your arm as he begins to. You guys aren't standing out in the open at this point. You're kind of off to the side. As he begins to walk you down, and as he starts to walk you, you sense the presence of a few other, like one or two other people, kind of near you. So as you're walking, you were outside. You can't really see much out of the bag, but you get the sense that now you're inside something. You're not sure exactly. Make a perception check. It will give you disadvantage since you're just listening to what's going on.
Perception 12.
12. You hear like dripping water. You hear kind of like this low like hum sound.
So maybe like underground or something like that. Maybe I'm thinking.
Perhaps. Yeah, you're not exactly certain, but it seems to be the case. And they like you go down some steps, make a few turns here and there, and eventually you hear like a door opening, like, and you are kind of like pushed down into this chair. And then the bag is ripped off your head as you see the hook sitting before you. You see his black obsidian skin, his snow white hair. Behind him, you see his bodyguards, the large Goliath you've seen previously, as well as the large half-orc standing nearby. And as you sit before the hook, he looks at the people who brought you, and he's like, leave. We have business to discuss. And the guys turn and leave. He looks at you and is like, well, Levy, it's been a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm a busy man, constantly on the move, but I'm back. I figured this was going to happen one of these times, so where am I going and what would you like me to do? That was our agreement.
And it was. I will admit. I was initially furious when you just left town and didn't say goodbye.
Well, I don't want to, make our relationship public or anything like that. That would be horrible for you.
Of course. I understand you're a busy man. You have work with the Goblin Gazette, and that takes you many places. And I've read about your exploit. So I understand you're a man who has responsibilities. So I tried not to take it personally.
No, never was personal.
But that didn't mean that I didn't do my own research into who this Leviticus Kodriv could be. This man who owed me a favor and decided to leave town. He's like, I know that you grew up in the town of Villith. Young boy. I know that your parents owned a tavern called the Bell's Lament. See, I like to make a priority of mine to understand the people I'm working with, know who they are. And especially one who would just so flippantly leave town. I had to do my research. I'm sure you understand.
Understood completely. Did you find anything you enjoyed particularly? I mean, looking into my background and everything.
I mean, your parents' tavern seems to be a nice place.
It was all right. I'm glad to be gone.
Yeah, well, seems things are doing well for them. I'm not sure if you've spoken with Mommy and Daddy recently.
No, I haven't.
Well, never good to burn bridges.
Maybe the case. We'll see. Sometimes it's safer.
Sometimes it can be, sometimes not. But it's sure growing up in a tavern was fun. Hear lots of stories, lots of music. Seems to have had an impact on you.
Yeah, it's where I grew fond of the trade.
Seems like it was a fun place to grow up. But eventually you grew up, left Villa, in the hopes of wandering a Thane, learning stories and songs, and eventually found yourself at the Goblin Gazette. And that's where we met, or our business partnership began. And he kind of like leans forward. He's like, I don't have a job for you yet, Leviticus Cordriv. But
There's actually one more in there. It's Rimzarn, because I'm now a Dragon Slayer.
it's a guy who read that, yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's like, but if we're going to be business partners, you need to understand something. That we have an arrangement, and that arrangement needs to be met. And so if you're going to leave town again, I want to know.
How would you like me to notify you then?
Sure, one of my little Berties can find you. I'll make sure that they're available should you need them. If
Very
you
well.
ever contact me as well, you can always let them know it's this broken dagger. They know how to find me.
Very well. I had figured last time that you would know anyways that I had left, and why I had left, because you seem to be a man that is well connected, so...
I have my connections, yes. Well, now that that is clear, I'm glad that we could come to an understanding. It would be a shame if something were to happen to Mommy and Daddy.
You can threaten all you like, it's not going to do anything to me.
Fine. Well, I'll have my men escort you out, and I'll let you know when your next assignment will be. Or I should say, your first assignment. Our one agreed upon assignment.
Our one
Sorry.
agreed upon assignment,
Yeah.
hopefully. This is where we have an arrangement where I do one job for you doing
that
one
is-
thing for me. You've done your one thing, it's my turn to do yours.
Yes.
This is an equal partnership here in terms of this exchange.
Yes. And as he kind of stands up, he's like, oh, there was one more thing I had to ask. And he kind of leans forward and says, do you know a man from Villith?
Fuck.
And as that happens, Levy, suddenly you begin to black out. And you feel like you're getting pulled into this nothingness. And suddenly you hear a voice. You've not heard this voice before. But there's something about it that is familiar. And you just hear Levy. As it feels like your soul is once being pulled back. And suddenly your soul, it seems like it stops. Like you're stuck in this kind of twilight area. Not exactly certain what's going on, but you see a figure in front of you in this spot as you both are being pulled in both directions. You see yourself as you stare at yourself. And just you both being pulled in these opposite directions in pain and this agony as you suddenly hear a sword being drawn as you disappear into darkness. And that is where we'll wrap up our session for the night.
Oh, snap. All right.
Ooh, oh snap.
Such a
Thank you.
mysterious man.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight for session 39. Sorry, went over a little time, but when you gotta do shopping and RP stuff, man, you never know how long it take.
I had a lot to do to this session. So.
All right, guys.
I
Well,
think I'll
thank you
be
very much.
smoking that shadow dust for a different reason.
Yeah.
All right. Well, awesome.
Traumatic therapy.
Well, cool, guys. Thank you for joining us. That'll be it. We will not be doing our next session in 2 weeks. I have to take a week off, but don't know if our next session will be in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. We will figure that out and post that on the Twitters.
Yes.
Indeed. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at at
AWA.
AWA_DND.
Yep. And what's website can they find us at, Ian?
AWADND.com.
Boom.
Awesome.
Go there, follow everything. You'll stay in touch with us, please, people.
Heck yeah.
All right, guys. So long. Have a good night.